Town, just to the south of this city.
Okay.
Thanks, Darrel.
I also mentioned and what characteristics does the real heist have, so we can be certain of that one's capture?
He says, unfortunately, we don't really have any information on the real heist.
So how
Really
will you
convenient.
know if we bring in the wrong heist and waste all our time talking to him to find out where Heat Miser is, and then bring him to you to realize he's the wrong heist, and then we don't get paid?
Gentlemen, if we visit one of the temples before we leave, there is certain types of magic that I could learn that would potentially allow me to see into the minds of whoever we find that is wearing the mask, and we can be certain that way.
He says, yes, that is why we need him alive.
Never trust a man in a mask. That's what I was always told.
You mentioned, Captain, just a moment ago, compensating us for the information that we brought you thus far.
He says, yes, and he ends up waving to one of the other guards, who ends up bringing up a coin purse, and there's 100 gold within it.
33 gold each.
And now, once obviously we are going to embark on quite a dangerous quest, because I, for one, have heard lots and lots of horror stories regarding heist. I do feel, given that we are likely the most able-bodied adventurers to take on this quest thus far, can you give us any kind of aid to help us in the capture of heist? Because believe you me, we are going to capture heist alive. Opposed to death.
He unfortunately denies your request. He says, we do not have any of the funds. Would you like to do a persuasion?
Yes. God damn it!
You owe him money for wasting his fucking time.
Can I get a little bit of help here?
He says, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I would not be able to assist you further. But I could give you advice to end up heading down to Beggar's Hole and checking out the area down there. You can end up either renting or purchasing a river barge and heading south along the river.
I feel like I am so smooth that I'm definitely going to get free stuff from this guy. Now! All right. Oh my God! Awesome.
Well, you know, middle thing. We don't need to buy a boat. If we wait one more level, I can become a crocodile, and we can all ride me down the river.
Wow! Keep making them innuendos and gain that experience.
Yeah, buddy.
Wait, where's Beggar's Hole? You said it's on the other side of a river?
Yeah, it's south along the river, and there aren't any roads heading south, so it's all by boat.
This is like a big town, right?
So we gotta find some justice to do. Wait, no, this is the wrong campaign for justice.
If only somebody could befriend the Emperor and get us a free boat.
Listen,
If only somebody was friends with the Docksmen.
Listen, in one level, I will be a boat.
a favor.
Okay, I will be a leathery boat
All
with
right,
death
all
and
right.
destruction.
Well, I say to my friends here, I'm like, all right, well, we have the information that we need. Now we need to decide whether or not we want to find our pet and the other one and bring them along with us.
What other one?
Flynn,
Bob Ping, right?
the great.
Be the one I should
As much as I despise traveling in their company, they are useful cannon fodder.
True. Just like that other guy. What was his name?
Mordecai.
He wasn't important.
Did anyone even ask whatever happened to Mordecai? Or was everyone just like, oh, he's gone, let's forget him?
I think we assume he just walked off. Yeah.
If you recall, when you first left off and killed a beggar and then came back and then ran off again, I basically told everybody that you were just off somewhere, so nobody knows you're dead.
Oh my god.
You know that he's dead?
Nobody knows he's dead.
Nobody knows.
Until somebody checks that crypt again.
No, it's gonna go.
We just walked away.
Except they expect people to be dead down there.
Yeah.
I bet. Oh, he has some good loot on him too. He's got that awesome shield. Son of a.
Yeah, he does.
No.
Oh shit!
Son of a bitch.
I just remembered I have my fucking son of a bitch.
You're fucking dang it!
My armor.
Fucking
My cloak of charisma. I forgot about that.
Shut up.
I
All right.
forgot about it too.
No, I
So-
could have gotten advantage in all my tests that I did.
Damn. Noob. All right. So, what's our plan of action? We have to go down this creek to get to the cove.
All right.
Beggars.
Here's the plan. All right. We need to go somewhere where I can purchase spells. There is a spell known as Illusory Script. With that spell, I can make orders that look as though Heist has summoned us from Warrington to come back. Okay? We could then have Gilltoss pose as the man in the mask, being that he has his sword.
Yes.
Right?
I'm listening.
That will gain us access to the camp and allow us to hopefully potentially breach their inner chamber, find Heist, confirm that it is him, and we could go from there.
That's only a great plan because it does not involve you climbing anything.
Oh, shots fired.
The only thing that worries me is getting Flynn and Fa Ping to not act like idiots as we are executing the plan.
Do we really need them? I mean, we could probably just pick up some hired swords as cannon fodder, and they'd be a lot less likely to, like, fuck everything up.
This is true.
All right.
Kane, your thoughts?
I need to find one of these thieves and torture them till they tell me where Heat Miser is.
Lovely.
And if I can grow any stronger, we do not need a boat, for I will just transform into a water creature.
A water creature.
A water creature. And with that, we can just ride me down. Much like the elk, the water creature is strong.
Right. All right, well, there you have it.
There we go. Plan of action.
All right, so the three of you head off. So you guys are going to look for an area to end up getting the scrolls. Is that correct? So that way,
Yes.
Fox can learn some new spells.
Yes, Illusory Script is level 1 spell, Detect Thoughts is level 2 spell, but because we don't have a journal entry for Bridgetown, there's just the same services. Would they offer more spells than what Warrington did? Because Illusory Script is under the Arcane, but Detect Thoughts isn't under any of them.
That would be like there. Think of the services as those would be what they would be able to cast, but you could certainly end up kind of purchasing any of the spells as to end up putting in yours.
My next question would be, if those are services, that means the actual spell is probably more than what it says, right?
Yeah, I think it's whatever it is to end up purchasing it as a scroll. So.
So like Illusory Script says first level 50 GP plus 10 GP, which I assume the plus 10 is for the materials.
Yes. And let's see. Scrolls, all spells are plus 50% of the level cost. So that would be plus 25 more gold to get it as a scroll. And so you would purchase it as a scroll and inscribe it into your, copy that into your spellbook.
Okay, so whatever it says it is, I just add 50% onto it.
Yeah, 50%
Unless it's
of
necromancy, which none of these are.
Okay.
And if there's any material costs, don't don't pay those.
Okay.
Either.
All right, so
you're not having someone cast it for you.
I tell my my associates here that I will go track down the spells and meet you back at the Flounder Pounder later.
Right. Would town being a larger town have any more interesting weapons, armor, and/or magical items in the shops?
Magical items, probably not. Most of kind of just like the general merchant stuff is all just going to be kind of mundane
Is there
stuff.
any cool mundane stuff?
I don't know. What would you consider cool? What is there anything particular that you are looking for?
Just like a weapon that has like an added effect or more damage or something. Something so I can like switch.
Is there any kind of like armory or like a PDF of some type of book that would have items in it that we could look through?
What is a PDF, Precious?
The
like 4th edition had the Adventurer's Vault, for example.
Yeah, as of right now, the biggest list is in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Which do we have access to?
Not that I'm aware of.
You should give us access to that.
I have it.
So we can choose to buy stuff.
They don't know.
Buy stuff.
It's because I'm an adventurer.
I'll try and end up finding some stuff on there. But I think most of that is going to be all like magic items that would not be available in shops. So everything else would just be in the inventory list in the player's handbook.
Okay.
Those are all things that you would end up kind of finding there. I think the most magical-y type things that you would be able to end up buying would be potions.
Gotcha.
I have an abacus.
For temporary effects. Okay, so you are all heading off to, I guess, gain your supplies for your journey.
Settle down.
You're making noise.
As you guys are doing this, Fa-Ping has been led inside the castle with...
Damn right.
I'll start writing down these names so I remember them.
Steve and Brian.
All right. Let's see here.
How everybody doing? We doing
Okay.
all right? Okay, good.
Good story.
You gotta start running your D&D campaigns in between breaks like we used to.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Fa-Ping has gone inside with Emperor Theodore and Captain Merrick, and they get escorted in, and the captain ends up talking to several of the guards, kind of addressing their quizzical looks as they see this furry creature walking beside the Emperor.
Giving everybody the you know when you pass someone you do the pistol thing with your hand, like, yeah, what up, hey.
Aren't you a monk?
You are going to get killed so fast.
And so Theodore ends up looking up to Fa-Ping, and he's like, so other than bananas, what do you like to do?
Oh, God.
What do I like to do? Well, lately I have been enlightened to the Great Oak.
Oh, God, we're going to fucking die.
From which all trees and all bananas and all fruit come from.
We're doomed. Reroll new characters. We're gonna get fucking executed here.
He's gonna get executed.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, I'm gonna be damn sure to tell him your guys' names if I get executed.
Never heard of
Fox,
this guy.
put me up to it.
Fox has to make an
He's gonna lie to
intelligence check
you.
to remember their names. And so you end up seeing the Emperor kind of look up at you, and his brow kind of furrows up a little bit, and he says, "The Great Oak. I don't think I've ever heard about that before. And is that some sort of god or something?"
Well, God might be the wrong word. You know, it's
My disciples.
it's a protector. It shields us all. When there's a rainy day and you're sitting underneath a tree to escape the rain, that's the Great Oak expending its oak branch. Get it? Oak branch to protect you.
He ends up kind of nodding his head. I see. I think I'm starting to understand a little bit. He's like, we all follow Lathander here.
Oh, I'm sure they're great friends. Lathander's a great guy, I would assume. You know, the Great Oak has told me a lot about him.
Oh god!
What is? Do you remember last time you lied about your?
You mean the Great Oak actually talks to you?
Well, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, because I've never been able to find out, you know, your gender of trees. That's a little weird, you know. But the wind and the wind is a voice. The wind is the Great Oak telling us everything. You just have to percept, and you have to listen to it, and he
Percept.
you.
The percept check.
And he ends up kind of laughing. He's like, yeah, Mr. Wilfred always ended up telling me that trees are actually both.
I'm sorry?
They're both a girl and a boy.
Oh, you know, I met someone like that once. A really weird person.
No, you didn't.
Was it Rata?
Rata was all man. Don't you dare deny that.
He was such a whore.
Oh my god, what the hell is that?
Ignore it. It's just all the info that I need for detect thought, so that way when
Jesus
we kind of worry about
bloody
opening the
Christ!
back up. A lot of it's mostly useless, but it's just there just because.
Because.
Yeah, but nobody knows what the fuck it means. I just kept mine down to this.
All right, let's move on.
All right, so he ends up walking, popping into the next room, which seems to be like a large banquet hall, and he ends up running up to one of the servants, and you can hear him kind of off to the distance yelling about bananas or some sort. The servant looks at the platters, the covered platters, kind of frantically, and ends up kind of waving to the rest of the servants to clear the table to fetch different food. And so Theodore then ends up asking you to sit down at the table with him.
Take a seat. This is one of the most fanciest rooms I've ever been in. This seat is very comfortable. You know, if I had chairs like this, I would never stand up again.
He says, "You like it? You can have it if you want."
I can take the chair. Does the chair
Sure,
have
we've
wheels?
got plenty of them.
Do you have
the
any
chair
chairs
does-
with wheels?
The chair does not have wheels. No.
Do you have any chairs with wheels?
I don't think so. We have a carriage out front, but it's not really much of a chair.
Or is it the greatest chair you've ever sat in?
He says, I think the closest thing to a chair on wheels that I have is probably my litter.
Your what?
Mine's a great elk.
You're what?
He says, you never seen a litter before?
I don't even know what that is.
He starts describing it to you, and it's basically a large chair with poles on the side that people can lift up and carry.
That sounds like an awesome chair.
Yeah, it's pretty comfy. I use it to go out into the city.
And people, they carry you?